If you are thinking of starting your home bakery in 2026, then don't spend a single rupee until you have watched this video. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, and if you are new here, I am Paramita and I run a home bakery called The Sweet Hour. I make eggless gourmet cookies and I have been running my home bakery for the past few years in Kolkata. And one question I always get on Instagram is how to start a home bakery. So I thought, why don't I share a detailed video on how to start a bakery in 2026. When I started my bakery in 2023, I didn't have any roadmap. I learned things through endless trials and errors. I wasted money to buy ingredients that I don't need, and I made almost every mistake that a beginner makes when they are just starting out. And slowly, I figured out how things work. So in this video, I am going to share exactly what you could do differently so that you don't have to make all those mistakes that I made. We will talk about everything from learning your craft to pricing your product, how to manage your inventory, how to buy equipment, and how to get your first customers. So let's get started. So step number 1, master your recipe before you sell. The first thing that I want to say is don't rush to sell your product. Before you start taking orders, you need to know your recipe better than anyone. Don't just memorize your ingredients. You have to write down your recipe step by step, point by point, and make again and again so that you know that you are getting a consistent result from a particular recipe. Maybe your cake rose beautifully today, and the next day you are making your cake and it just sank down. Maybe you made beautiful cookies today, but next day when you are making the cookies using the same recipes, your cookies are spreading too much. So all these things can happen when you are baking, because that is how exactly you learn baking. So instead of thinking that this recipe didn't work, try to think differently. Try to think, why did it happen, what changed, and what you can do differently to resolve the issue. So I would recommend to focus on one recipe when you are starting out. Don't try to follow every single recipe you see on the internet, because that will confuse you a lot. So instead of following hundreds of recipes, I will tell you to focus on one single recipe and try to master that recipe first. Because imagine you have taken a customer's order, you bake it, and then you see your cake didn't turn out the way you wanted it to. And at that time, you can't just panic and say, oh, I don't know what to do. You need to have enough understanding of your recipe, of your ingredients, so that you can troubleshoot your recipe. Because once you start taking people's money, you need to be able to deliver the same quality consistently. Step number 2, decide your hero product. When you are just starting out, I don't think you need to add 5, 6 or 10 different products in your menu. Instead, choose one hero product. Ask yourself what kind of baker you actually want to be. Do you want to be known for your beautiful cakes, or maybe your gourmet cookies, or maybe chocolatey brownie? Okay, you need to decide what you want people to know you for. Choose one thing and become really good at it. For example, if you want to sell cakes, then I would not recommend to stop yourself at just making vanilla flavors or chocolate flavors. Okay, I would tell you to master one recipe first and then experiment with it and try different flavors, try different texture, try different designs, and figure out what makes you different than other bakers out there. And once people start recognizing you for one thing, then you can slowly increase your menu and add different products. If someone comes to you because they know that you make beautiful cakes, then there is a much higher chance they will trust you enough to try your brownies, cookies, and other desserts. So don't try to become everything at once. Start with one thing, become known for it, and then expand. Step number 3, learn your costing. Now let's talk about something that most beginner bakers struggle with, and that is pricing your product. So when you are calculating your selling price, you need to calculate the cost of your ingredients, your electricity bill, your delivery materials, your packaging, and of course your own labor. If you are spending 5 hours in baking, preparing orders, packaging, cleaning, replying to customers, managing your business, then your time has value. So when you are calculating the cost, you need to calculate the labor cost that you are giving to your business. And also remember, your profit is not your salary. You need to understand where every single rupee is going. First of all, you have to calculate the ingredients price, the overhead cost, like the labor cost, the electricity bill, and everything. And then you have to add a particular profit margin. Your pricing needs to make sense for your actual cost and your business model. And there is one very important thing I need to talk about here. Don't try to capture every customer. When you are a beginner and you are just starting out, you will get your first few inquiries, and it is very tempting to think, I don't want to lose this customer, so I might reduce my pricing. Don't make this mistake. If you have calculated your price properly and someone is telling you that you are charging too much, don't immediately reduce your price to impress that customer, because there is always someone who will sell things cheaper than you. Your price should reflect your ingredients, your quality, your experience, your overhead, your labor, and your profit. If someone is not willing to pay your properly calculated price, then it's okay to let that order. Number 4, don't buy ingredients in bulk. When you are just starting out, don't fill your shelves with huge bags of ingredients. For example, you might only need 2 kilos of sugar this month to run your business. So buy only 2 to 3 kilos. Don't buy a bag of 5 kilos of sugar and let it sit on your shelf. And the same goes for butter, flour, chocolates, sprinkles, everything. Because when you are just starting out, your goal is not to have a professional inventory. Your goal is to manage your cash wisely. As your orders increase, your requirements for ingredients will increase naturally too. But before that, every extra rupee that is sitting on your shelf is the rupee that can't be used somewhere else. Step number 5, invest wisely and not impulsively. When you are just starting out, you don't need a stand mixer, you don't need a huge oven, you don't need all those professional equipment. A simple OTG, a simple hand mixer will do that work. And to develop your recipe and to make your recipe consistent, you need to invest in a good quality weighing scale. In baking, accuracy is the key, and you will get the perfect accuracy when you are measuring your ingredients by weight and not by cups. So instead of investing in fancy equipment, know what are the main things that you need to start. In fact, when I started out selling my product, I used the oven that I already had in my home. And you know what? I am still using the same oven. I didn't have to buy anything fancy till now. So I don't think you need fancy, expensive equipment. Invest on those things that actually matter. Number 6, get your basic registrations. The first thing you need to start your business is an FSSAI registration. Any food business in India must have an FSSAI license or an FSSAI registration. The basic registration fee is very affordable, it's just 100 rupees for a small business registration. So starting legally doesn't cost you a lot of money. You can easily apply for an FSSAI registration certificate. All you have to do is to go to their website and apply for the category that you are falling into. Carefully enter your business details and then you pay the fees. And after the verification is done, you will get your FSSAI registration certificate. Just make sure you select the correct category for your business and enter the details very carefully. And there is another registration, and that is called Udyam registration. Think of it as an identity of your business. And you don't need to pay any kind of fees for Udyam registration because it is absolutely free of cost. And then there is your local trade license. This is something you need to check based on the rules of your municipality or your local authority. The point is, you don't need to be scared when you want to start legally. Start by understanding the registrations that apply to you. Get them done properly and start from there. Start small but start legally. Number 7, build your brand without overspending. You definitely need a brand identity, but you don't need to spend a huge amount of money in the very beginning. You don't need to immediately go to a professional packaging company and order hundreds of custom printed boxes. When you are just starting out, your orders are still unpredictable. And most of the professional packaging companies or printing companies, they require you to order packaging materials in bulk. So don't lock your money in packaging materials before you build a steady customer base. Instead, keep it simple. Create a logo first, and you can do that easily using Canva. Then get your logo printed on sticker papers and use those stickers on simple boxes or bags or other packaging. It can still look clean, professional, and branded without costing you a fortune. And once your order increase, you know you have a predictable cash flow, then you can get yourself, custom printed boxes, custom packaging, custom thank you cards. But before that, don't invest a huge amount of money in packaging, because in the beginning, your priority should be having enough cash flow to buy ingredients, fulfill your orders, and manage unexpected expenses and keep operating. Your packaging can evolve as your business grows. You don't have to build the final version of your bakery on day one. Start simple and make it look good. Number 8. Start creating content early. One thing I wish I had done more is documenting my journey. Don't wait until everything is perfect. Show your baking process. Show how you were starting, how you are going through trials and errors so that people connect with you. People love watching a journey, show your successes, show your failures, show everything that you are trying to build your own home bakery. Your first few videos, your first few photos don't have to be perfect. The important thing is being consistent with your content. Over time, consistent will make people trust you, and trust will bring you customers. And number 9, be patient. This is the most important thing. You have to be patient. Don't expect success overnight. Your first month might be slow. You might not get orders every single day. But that's how everyone started. I remember when I started my bakery, I used to get zero orders in the first few months. And then when I got my first order through Zomato, that customer gave me 5-star rating. So growth takes time. Don't compare your day 1 with someone else's year 5. I started small. I learned things little by little, and I am still learning today. Every new product teaches me something. Every new customer teaches me something. And that's probably the biggest lesson I have learned. You don't need to figure out everything before you start. You just need to be willing to keep improving. If you are thinking about of starting a home bakery in 2026, my biggest advice would be start small, spend wisely, focus on quality, and be consistent. I hope this video helped you, and if you have any questions regarding how to start your home bakery, leave your questions in the comments below and I will try my best to answer those. If you have enjoyed this video, then like and subscribe and share this with someone who is dreaming to start their own home bakery. I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.